Hello everyone, it is Eunagina here and welcome back to my channel, to all my lovely subbies, and also welcome to all of you who are new here. When you're done watching this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Both are a great way to support my channel and I appreciate it a lot. So actually what we're going to be doing today is we are going to revisit one of my old builds, but also one of my favorite builds. So it's quite a long time since I did this build now, and I really felt like revisiting it, and my channel was really small when I released it, and now I've got a lot of you guys coming who are new here, so you probably haven't seen it and maybe you would like to see it, but the actual build is in 6 parts, so maybe you're too lazy to watch through all of that, which is understandable, or maybe you just haven't seen that I had made it. So I just felt like doing a tour so you get to see it in just like one video. So let's get started on the tour pretty much. So this is the house from the front, and it is, as I said, really my favorite build. I really like how it looks. It came around really nice. I like all the details on it. I put a lot of details into this house, both on the outside and also on the inside. I love these big window facades here and also the arches down here. The arches are leading into the ballroom, but yeah, that's what that is. Let's go around the house a little bit and see what's going on. This is the main entrance, by the way. You'll enter up the stairs and then through those doors. You can also enter through those ground floor doors if you want, but it is supposed to be the main entrance up there. So this is just like a little pool or whatever, or not a pool, but like a fountain. I actually considered making it like red so that it would look like a pool of blood in the beginning, but I went away from that idea, mostly because it actually didn't look very good, so I didn't go for it. On this balcony, there's just like a lonely chair standing here. My idea with that chair was that if there was like a vampire that the family who lives here does not like, they would strap them to this chair and wait for sunlight to come, which, you know what's gonna happen after that, so that's not very pleasant at all. So there is a very big background story for this mansion, and it has something very much to do with this petrified fairy right here. And I'm not going to go through this story because it'll take a little while to tell it, so if you guys are interested in understanding what this fairy is doing here in this ritual circle and what she's doing trapped on the balcony of a vampire family, you should go and watch part 3 of the Vampire Mansion, because that is where I tell the story about the mansion, and it's pretty good. I like it, at least. So yeah. Anyhow, let's continue around the house a little bit and see what's going on. So down here we've got like a little graveyard kind of thing, so just like a little outdoor area. We don't have a lot of outdoor areas because vampires don't like being outside mostly, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. We've just got a little graveyard and a sitting area. That's pretty much what's there. So let's go back to the front and then let's go through the main entrance, I think. So doors are here. Let's go. Let's go, guys. So here we'll enter to the main entrance hall, and yeah, I love it. I love this place. It looks pretty grand, and that is also, of course, what I was going for. So there are some staircases going down, and this little sort of floorboard area here is supposed to be like a sparring or duel place for the vampires. So that's what that's meant to be. And then there's like a balcony over here overlooking the duel area, where you'll probably have a couple of aristocratic vampires sitting and clapping their small cold hands while they're watching the duel down there. So that is what that is, and we've of course got the lovely Pyborg, and still love that so much. And I think we should go downstairs first and then work our way up, and then at the very end we will go into the crypts, which is this way through that door over there. Let's go this way first. In here are a few of the most or least used rooms of the entire house. So this is the dining room. Obviously the vampires don't use the dining room much, so it is a little bit sort of dusty and stuff. So I could imagine perhaps they would bring in humans for a snack in here, and then they would realize that, They were the snack, not actually food. So anyways, that's a little creepy. So let's go to the kitchen, which is obviously even less used. So as you can see, it's pretty worn down. It's in a pretty bad state. So not much going on in the kitchen because they do not use it. We'll go in here in just a moment. Let's proceed this way in the kitchen. So here we've got like a little, I don't know, spell area. Again, if you listen to the story of this house, you'll understand that there is a connection with witches as well, with this family who lives here. So that is also why we've got a cauldron and the spell book. So there is some ritual stuff going on in this house as well. If you go through this door, as you can see, a lot of hungry vampires have tried to get in here, and that is because if there's a drought, there is a vampire paradise in here, because there are plasma fruits that they can eat if they haven't had enough to eat for a while. And then a nice pool of blood, because, you know, that'll probably fertilize the trees, I guess. So that's creepy as well. Let's proceed outside and go back to oh, actually there are some rooms that I forgot to show you here. This is just a bathroom, but then there's also like a back room kind of thing. So bathroom here, pretty bad state, they don't use bathrooms, and in here there's like a little room that they would probably lock new vampires in or other enemies in when they are going through a transformation or something like that, and they don't want them to escape anything. You know, if they want a prisoner, then they can put them in there, pretty much. So that's all good. Let's proceed outside again and go through the next door. Let's go through the door over here. We will go to the ballroom, which is where you could see those arches that I described in the beginning when we looked at the outside. So this is the ballroom. Pretty nice place, I think. And ooh, the sun is setting outside. That's really nice. But yeah, this is the ballroom, and they've got a nice clock where they can see when midnight is there, and they can feel all comfortable. With you know, not having to worry about the sun and stuff. So this is the ballroom and dance floor and, you know, all of that. So not much else going on in here, but I really like this room, and this is like a little creepy shrine where they can do some creepy, I don't know, prayers, or I don't know what they're doing there, but something that is not pleasant, most likely. Let's go up the stairs again, and actually let's try this side first. Let's go through here. No, actually through here is just going to be to the balcony with that single chair, and I've completely forgot what this was. This is just like a bathroom, and then a really nice bathtub area, which I think is so nice. Like, seriously, with all these candles and mirrors and stuff, that looks pretty awesome, to be honest. That's not interesting, we have been there, so that's all good. This is the balcony where, you know, you'll see the little vampires clapping their small cold hand and stuff. So that's just what that is. This is a bedroom. So mostly I have coffins for the vampires in this house, and they will be in the crypts, but there is a couple of bedrooms in the house, or there are a couple of bedrooms in the house, and yeah, this is one of them. So yeah, I probably imagine that this is going to be, this was the bedroom of one of the people who used to live here when they were human, but now they're not human anymore. So it's probably not going to be used much unless you have a vampire who doesn't mind sleeping in a bed, of course, then you can just use that. This is going to be one of my favorite rooms in here, that's the Grand Library, but let's go to this side first. This is the lounge room, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's a lounge, and then you can see these cages here. Those have a very macabre explanation as well. I hope I've pronounced that right. I imagine that the vampires would trap humans in here and then have a drink whenever they fancied. So that's pretty much what's going on here. This house is pretty creepy, so don't mind that. And then, of course, they have a bar to, you know, suit their needs, whatever they want, while they're relaxing in this little lounge here. So let's go into the Grand Library. It is definitely one of my favorite rooms. I love this place. There are so many books, so many candles, so many nice things here. I love libraries. So you can see there are books everywhere. Two-story library. A dream, guys. That is a dream. I love it. So let's go up the stairs and look at it from the upstairs. Have a look across the balcony here, or over the balcony. Looks pretty awesome. I like it. So that's the grand library of the house, and then we can, then we can go down this hallway. We'll go in here last. Let's go down this hallway and into the grand office that overlooks the entire town. So this is the view from in here if you remove those dusty curtains, that is. And yeah, it's a really nice place. It's where that big windows facade I was talking about when I was commenting on the outside is. So I really like this office. I can imagine the vampire who lives here to sit and write in his diary or something like that, and it just looks really grand, I think, and I really like that look. So it's also connected to like a smaller little office kind of thing with some painting gear in here. So the vampire probably enjoys painting, I guess, unless you want something else in here, you could always redecorate it. Of course, this house is on my gallery, by the way. You just need to look for Fairblood Manor, because that is what it is called. So you can find it on the gallery if you want to. If we go through here, you will eventually enter the theater, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't have any electronic stuff in here, so I don't have a TV in the house, but I thought, what is the equivalent to a TV without technology? That is probably a theater. So I made a stage and I put a couple of mannequins on there to make it look like a play was going on, which I thought looked pretty cool. This stage is actually made out of a shelf that I've sized up a million times, and it looks pretty good, I think. It is the ritual room. It is definitely also one of my favorite rooms, so a lot of dark rituals are going on in here for sure. So we've got this ritualistic circle, we've got a voodoo doll in the middle, and all these hooded figures, and some guy standing there and chanting, probably. So I definitely love this room. I think it looks so bloody creepy. I really don't like I mean, I do like it, but I wouldn't like to be here myself. This is just a little study that sort of connects to it, so not much going on in here. This door out here leads out to where this fairy is trapped, so there's some story going on there too. But that is for, you know, if you want to see the story. Part 3, guys, part 3. Up here we have the upper floor, and can you guys hear like a sound? I don't know what's going on. But anyways, so, oh, it's this one. Never mind. I'm going to turn off the sound anyway, so you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. I just got really distracted because Jovry Landgrab was texting my sim while I was doing the tour. Anyways, through here is just like a little fireplace room, so not much going on in here. You can't really see because it's so tiny. So let's go out of there. And it's really hard to control the camera when you are up on a sort of high level, so it goes really fast and it's hard to control, so you guys have to be patient. This is just a tiny little study, and let's go through here. This is a toilet, so not much going on here. And this one is a tiny abandoned children's room, which I think is super creepy. Like there are some old drawings on the wall, and you know, bear killers here, and a lot of spider webs, so it hasn't been used in a very long time, I think. So yeah, I think this place is super creepy and love it. Love it very much. So this place is like a little half lounge or something. Oh my god, the camera. A half lounge or something, and then it leads into one of the coffin bedrooms in the house. So as you can see here, we've got a couple of coffins if you want to lie there and sleep and not in the crypts, you can. And then there's like a creepy wall full of creepy plants crawling up the wall, so that's all good. And then we've got like a little bathtub here that you can have a bath in. So yeah, that's the upper floor. I think we're actually done with like the upper part of the house, so let's go down and then let's go into the crypts, the very creepy crypts. Let's not go all the way down the stairs. Let's just turn. Yeah. So off to the crypts we go, off to the crypts we go. Okay, so here we are. We need to go down. Okay, there we go. So this is the first landing we get to, and as you can see, there are some scratches on this door. The vampires have tried to get in. That is because a human is living there. That is the butler. So the butler lives in here. It is pretty creepy and worn down and completely disgusting place to be. So he's not doing too good, this guy here. So he's got a pretty gloomy, broken down, moist place, or damp place, not moist. I don't know why I always use that word in the wrong place. Anyways, that's the butler's quarters, and he's got his own kitchen, he's got his living room, he's got his bedroom in here, which is super gloomy, and then he's got a toilet, and that's pretty much it. So there is not much going on for this butler. He's just sort of stuck in this house, and there's not much for him to do. He just has to serve these evil vampires. So in here is a very wide bedroom, which I imagine belongs to the lady of the house, who will seduce human victims and bring them in here. And she will sort of make them eat one of these cakes here, which will poison them and make them really tired. And once that's done, she will bring them, something has happened here, sorry about the glitch, she will bring them in here to her little baby's room. So now that they are sedated and they can't do much, she will bring them to her baby, and the baby gets to, you know, have a little snack. So that's also pretty creepy. I apologize for the creepiness of this place. I always like creepy vampires, and oh my god, that picture is being creepy, so that's all good. Oh my god. She's also being creepy. So yeah, anyways, that's the baby's room, and I don't know, did I show you the entire thing properly? There's some toys and stuff, and that's pretty much it. So let's go down into the crypts, and then we are done. Dun 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 dun. So this is the crypts, and then we've got like an altar up at the end, or whatever you want to call it, at the end of this little walkway kind of thing. So nice big altar, and of course a pipe organ, because we need that, obviously. And then on this side here, if you go along, you will find one of the big bad vampires' coffins. So that's where one of those are sleeping. And then on the other side, there will also be another vampire sleeping. Let's go out of this. Oh my god, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, it's because I'm up one thingy. Okay, here we go. Here's where the other vampire is sleeping. I really like this little room with the mosaic on the floor, and it just looks really nice. So this is where one of the big bad vampires is sleeping as well. And then let's move along. What is happening here? Oops. Let's move along to the next rooms, which is going to be like where one of the sort of new vampires are sleeping that don't have as good status and stuff. So they'll be sleeping in this little sort of corner where there isn't much going on. So if we go in here, we'll have a wine cellar, which took me forever to build, because oh my god, I had to put all of these wine bottles and all these kegs on top of shelves, so that took a really long time. But I really like this wine cellar, and it looks really nice and sort of realistic, so I quite like that. And of course we've got some wine on the other side as well, so that's all good. And then let's go to the other side of the stairs there. And maybe not the other side of the stairs. What is this place? This is the bedroom, I think. Yeah. So here's a sort of oval or round bedroom, or it is octagonal, but you know. So this is just one of the bedrooms, and probably the vampires are not using it unless you have a vampire that doesn't mind sleeping in a bed. But it is one of the sort of grand bedrooms, and I really like the sort of flow of this room, the sort of round look that it has. And then I imagine the vampire or whoever is here is sitting and writing in their diary right here. And I really like this little table here with all the mirrors, so they're just, I mean, they can't see anything in the mirrors, obviously, because they're vampires, but they are still using the mirrors as a security system, so that is also one thing that is going on. So this is one of the other new vampire coffins where, you know, there isn't much going on, so not very big status or good status. So anyways, this is one of the lounge rooms that we have in the basement. So we have a lounge room upstairs as well, but I also thought we should have one in the crypts because they'll probably want to be down underground during the day. So yeah, there is also a lounge here, and we've got one of these Venus flytraps, which is pretty cool. And then we've got some stinking stuff there, which is a shame, but you know, what can you do? So pretty much the same concept with the cages there, with putting some humans in and having a drink whenever you need to. So this is pretty much it for the mansion. There isn't really much else in here, so I just wanted to show you guys how it looked. Let's just zoom out and get the entire thing at nighttime here. So if any of you guys hadn't watched it, so that's just a little tour for you guys so you can see how it looks. Of course, you can just go and watch the entire thing if you feel like you're really interested in seeing the build now. You can go and watch them. It'll be in a playlist. You can just go and look at my playlist. You will see The Sims 4 Vampire Mega Mansion Mega Build or something like that. You'll see in one of my playlists, and you can just click that and you will find all of the videos of me building this lovely big massive mansion. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this mansion and I hope you enjoyed the little tour. I will probably release another video today because I really want to get the Let's Play out, so I'm going to try and get episode 1 out today, and keep an eye out for that, of course. And until then, I will see you. Thank you for watching guys, have a great day and see you soon.